Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the SWW Show. I'm AJ, the other one is Mike. It is currently Labor Day as we're recording this.
So, AJ, I got to ask immediately to start the show off right. What is the most drunk you got this weekend and on as a Labor Day?
I didn't get too far gone.
I was waiting to be like, you didn't say you didn't get gone. You're like, I was in the same building.
I only had a couple beers, like, both days. So.
Okay, yeah, for you, what's a couple beers? For you, what's a couple beers? Water?
2 16s.
So, like, I'm guessing, because you're a little bit...
pints.
You're a little bit of a bigger boy, we'll say.
Yeah.
So, what is it, honestly? Like, 4 or 5 beers, do you feel anything of that size?
It depends on how fast I'm drinking.
Okay.
Excuse me. If I'm like putting them back to back, it's 2.
But that's like immediate back to back, and you wait 2 minutes, and yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I tend to get a headache first before I do anything.
Most people get headaches the next day. Like you get a headache during.
Well, like if I space them out. I can do 4 or 5 and still be okay.
Interesting. Okay. So as our opening housekeeping,
like maybe not necessarily okay to drive, but okay.
Okay. So opening housekeeping, as everyone knows, we're going to be at GDEX. I am going to be testing you on this theory at some point. Also, I've been meaning to comment if you go on GDEX's website, AJ, where the convention will be at, under the speakers, on their homepage, I know it's not you, but it looks like it could be you in like 20 years.
All right, I guess we gotta.
It's the gdex.com and just scroll down on that homepage.
Or you just Google GDEX.
Yeah, but if you Google GDEX, there's like 5 things with GDEX.
Oh yeah, I probably should do.
That's the words, the gdex.com.
Oops. GDEX. Oh. Enter. And
then just scroll down to get to speakers.
Go to speakers.
No, homepage. You stay on the homepage and scroll.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. It's the homepage one.
Events, speakers. No, like maybe 20 years and
that's
like 150 pounds.
But... 20 years, that could be you.
Probably not. He's probably only 10 years older than me.
Well, every time
if we're being honest, he's probably in his early to mid 30s.
But every time I see that, I just honestly be like, did they get AJ from the future and not tell me?
Let's see.
But yeah, as AJ...
Kickoff, 7 to 11.
As AJ...
Ooh, a dance party.
Right, so we have a dance party and a kickoff party. That's what I said.
Always free and a blast. The tickets are limited. Do we get into that? Because I'm guessing we have speaker badges?
Yeah, we still get into that. We get into kickoff, too. We also have access to the Friday because we're speakers, which is why I'm getting there early so we could be there for part of the day Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so we should tell people, because this is probably the last. We might get another SWW out right before we leave.
We'll get another SWW, but we'll at least have a movie club also in between then. We are going to be, as we keep saying, reminded you guys, we will be at GDEX October 11th through the 13th in Columbus, Ohio, on Columbus Day weekend. To speak at the convention, we're doing a panel there. We're going to be around, probably poking a bunch of the devs. I'll be bugging if they want to do some interviews. Want to do some shenanigans on the show floor. And maybe, just maybe, I might convince AJ to do a podcast one of those nights about what we saw while we're getting blasted, but we'll see.
Apparently there's an escape room, so Mike and I will try to beat the record on escape rooms.
We walk in, we go in the escape room, and we just try to record the whole thing, and it's like they're like, okay, the average person beats this in 30 minutes. We're in an hour. It's like Lord of the Flies in there.
What people don't know is I used to work at an escape room place.
And I make games, and I guarantee I still couldn't do it.
So I have a minor leg up on some of that stuff.
You'll be like, there's the emergency lights, it's this way.
Yeah.
And that's probably what you'll be doing. But yeah. So yeah, we'll be at GDUX, which will be a good, grand old time. So AJ, this is the SWW show where we have also, no structure.
We don't know when our panel is yet.
That's true. Right? They have a list of speaker slots that are slowly being filled on the website. I know they just have the Friday stuff starting to be filled. So hopefully we'll know next week or two exactly what day and what time will be there. But we know it's either Saturday or Sunday.
Does it say... It doesn't say on their website, does it, where the slots are?
If you on that homepage thing where it has speakers, there's like a little section now that like says speaker schedule that you could go to.
Leadership team.
It's on that.
Oh, I did it. Whoops, I did about. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, it's over on that homepage thing. Under your picture, if you click on schedule of speakers.
Oh, schedule of speakers.
Yeah, and so right now they're just filling up Friday, but this is where it'll all be once it's there.
Friday, main room 100. And we are going to record at least the audio.
Yeah. So of our panel, we're going to try our best to either record it. So either if we're in a certain room, it's recorded automatically, or we will be recording it. So that will go up as a bonus episode for what the hell we're doing with that panel. But yeah. And then obviously, we're gonna have a bunch of shenanigans. We'll try to get recorded during that on sooner or later our brand new YouTube page, which we'll probably upload a lot of that shenanigans to, just because it makes sense.
And if things go right, I will have a new phone when we do that.
Ooh, what phone are you getting?
I'm looking at the OnePlus 7 Pro.
What? You got a time? What did you just say to me?
OnePlus, it's a...
Is that brand?
They've been it's
okay.
It's a Chinese brand, which basically everything is now. And they, for the longest time, were like really good bang for your buck phones. So like they were on the mid range. They were like between
like the Huawei or whatever.
Huawei, yeah, they were around the Huawei's. They were like between $300 and $500.
My first phone was a Huawei.
Huawei makes really good phones, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
But the OnePlus 7 Pro is their first flagship device.
Okay.
And as far as I know, it's the first phone with a 90 hertz AMOLED display.
Ooh.
And it's all screen.
It's all screen.
Yeah, on the front. The front camera is on a slider that pops out when you need it, which is kind of cool. I'm looking at that one, or Motorola has a Z line.
You're the only person I've heard in like the last 10 years to be like, I might get a Motorola.
My dad has Motorola.
Interesting. Because I feel like, as we all agree, it's not a company you talk about anymore in the same way.
No. They've been bought and sold.
And they're split into multiple pieces.
Yeah. So like the Z is like their high-end phone. But I want to say it's got it's designed for the Moto mods.
Interesting.
Which is something that Motorola does for, I think, almost all of their phones. And so it's like you can get a battery attachment, or like this one comes with a 360 camera.
Oh, that's cool.
That you can attach to it. And it's actually how you will get the 5G for this phone.
Yeah, good old 5G.
The 5G is going to be a mod, but apparently the mod's like 300 and something bucks.
How much is this phone?
500.
Actually, it's not atrocious.
Moto mods. What about 5G? It is $349.99. So $350. But like other mods they have are power packs. They have a speaker.
Okay.
That you can strap onto the back.
I retweeted a thing the other day which we need to talk about, and that you mentioned speakers. Okay. We need to talk about the people that in public FaceTime people you're talking to or talk to people on speaker. And I'm going to say it, they need to be hung.
Speaker's a little weird in public, but FaceTiming, if you have
FaceTiming is, I'm less offended if you have headphones on, but the issue is the people who FaceTime are not the people who have headphones on usually.
Correct.
It tends to be the like, look, I'm on a train! You could hear it, you're like, oh, fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a line of like, who thinks this is a good idea? Like, why?
Yeah.
It's some of the most obnoxious shit ever. Also, because I lived in the city for so long, I had to deal with that way too much.
Yeah. They have a really cool mod. It's called the Hasselblad True Zoom. So it's a camera.
Okay.
It's like a point and shoot camera. That you can just snap onto the back of your phone.
That's interesting.
They have a projector that you can use. A couple speakers. You can get an Alexa to strap onto the back. They have a gamepad.
I can't get over the projector.
I don't know how well it worked, but they were hyping it up for a while.
Because, like, the idea of a projector on your phone leaves me to so many questions, and even, like, how strong this thing is.
Well, it says it can project up to 70 inches.
Because can you imagine then? That'd be the time I would actually watch Netflix on my phone.
Yeah, and it's got like a stand that folds out and holds your phone at an angle.
Because that would be no joke, be actually a decently cool party trick. Of like, crap, we're at a party, but we got his phone.
It's got 4.5 stars. It's $200. Tons of fun at parties was the first review.
Again, that's what I'm saying. That is a college party trick right there.
The battery life is not going to get you through a whole blockbuster movie.
No, but you put
anything 90 plus.
You put a battery pack on there, you're fine. Or plug the fucker in.
Yeah, you gotta plug it in because you can only have one on at a time.
Okay.
You can't like stack mods.
That would be amazing if you could just have like the super phone has like 50 mods on it. It's like
well, ideally, right, if you could do that, you would have the projector strapped onto a battery. And then you just slap that onto the back of your phone.
No, what you do is you get one that's like an extension cord add-on. Or like one of those. Not extension, you get like a circuit breaker add-on for it and all of them plug into that.
But yeah, so I'm either going to do... Motorola's got a couple phones. They have the One, which looks a lot like the Pixel.
Interesting.
And they have the Z, which is... If you look at the Z, it looks a lot like the OnePlus 6T. But I would be looking at the OnePlus 7 Pro. But the problem is, like 2 weeks before we leave, OnePlus is rumored to have a event where they're going to unveil the 7T Pro.
When do you work on their naming convention here?
Why?
I got it's like Apple shit of like when they go, we are the XS Max, and I'm like, fucking goddamn it.
Well, so they have store. I'm gonna work on their website store. Phone. I don't want this. I mean, I want the 7 Pro, but that's not the phone I want to look at right now. Like they have the 6 and then the 6T, so usually the T is a little faster.
See, my issue with like the Apple thing is they can be both good or bad depending on the name. You have to know which name is what.
Yeah. But they will do, like, I pull up the 6T. The 6T did a lot, like, it introduced the in-display fingerprint reader.
Okay.
So the 6 didn't have that, but the 6T does. It's got a little bit better battery. It's a little bit bigger screen. It's an AMOLED.
Nice. I'm thinking when the next iPhone comes out, I might get a new phone. I'm not getting out. I wouldn't get the most recent, but the one right before it.
So the S.
No. So it would be the most recent now, like when the next one comes out.
Yeah, but you would get the S.
Right, because I'm not going to wait the 3 months to get one, and then it'll drop the price enough where, because my phone gets paid off in December, so.
Yeah, this I would just buy outright.
Yeah, and I looked at the cost of them. I'm like, no.
That's the reason I'm not gonna get a Samsung.
Yeah, because Samsung and Apple are fighting for their price winner.
Let's look at the 6. Also, the 6 had, like the 6T has what's called the water drop for its front camera, where the screen looked like there was a little, just kind of smoothed little notch that was basically the width of the camera, and that's it. Whereas the 6 had the speaker and the camera, so it had a notch. And it had the fingerprint reader in the back, and it's instead of like with iPhone when you go to the S, there's very usually little different.
If you go year to year, I agree. It's more the OS changes, which it goes across the board.
Yeah. Well, like in 7S isn't that different from a 7.
Right.
Where they make their leaps and changes are at the numbered.
Interesting. You're not gonna do the Razer 2 or whatever the hell it's called. The gamer phone.
Razer 2.
Yeah, the gamer phone.
Oh no.
No.
That was ridiculously expensive.
I thought it was only like 5 or 6.
The Blade Stealth is apparently down to $1,000. Mobile. Maybe I'm thinking of the red phone that was crazy.
Maybe, because I thought it wasn't actually unreasonably priced.
Let's find out. Now for a limited time, $399.99.
So it's probably what, $499 probably.
I have to imagine.
Which isn't atrocious for its specs. Okay, considering most of the time Razer is overpriced, it actually isn't that overpriced.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, Razer is pretty damn overpriced, though.
But, I mean, this thing looks like a brick.
Oh, yeah. One of my friends has it. It's a fucking beast.
Like, that's not what I want in a phone. I want thin... Because the thing of it is, I like a thin phone, but then I put a case on it. So, my OnePlus, I'm basically set on getting the OnePlus now, would probably be as thick as a Razer phone 2 without.
See, at this point, I'm glued into the Apple ecosystem, so...
Are you going to get a Apple card?
No. I have enough cards.
So you're not that glued into the system.
Okay, but I'm glued enough where I have an iWatch also, like a certain point ago. Which, to be fair, the iWatch probably...
Did they finally make the Apple Watch work across onto Android?
No.
Because I thought I heard that they were working on it.
That might be like one of those rumors for the Apple event this year.
I know Android Watch is now on both, or has been for a little bit.
But I thought it loses some features.
It probably loses some of the like Google-based features.
That's what I thought it was, and I assumed the same thing would happen with the Apple one, because it inherently has to.
I mean, I don't know how the Android Watch would work. Maybe if you installed the apps that you need.
Like if they're cross OS apps.
Yeah.
Did you see the new thing though that iPad is now a separate OS?
Yeah.
Which I thought I'm like every developers went, oh no.
It's Apple's step to making it suck again and having 3 different OS.
Which it was nice when everything was just iOS that was mobile, including the Watch iOS was just iOS. Like it was.
Now they've got Watch OS, iOS, iPad OS.
Right. When it was all one thing and all you did was change your you change your UI obviously, right? Petting the size, but fundamentally it was the same back end system, which was nice as hell. But no,
you don't have that luxury.
Right? That was no joke. So much nicer.
You want to know what's interesting? This is completely going off of phone talk.
Okay.
I know you worked in Unity.
Well, I still do, but yeah, go on.
Take a guess at probably the most unique game that's on Unity.
Is it one of those anime games I keep trying to get interviews for and none of them fucking respond? I one day spent 2 hours just getting an anime game to respond to us just so I can make you do that interview.
No, I'll give you this. It's a licensed game.
Okay.
For a large brand.
Is there an AEW game that I need to know about?
No. This game has had multiple iterations.
It's a Unity game.
Yeah.
Can I have a better hint?
Well, I feel like the next hint I give you would give it away.
Okay. I need something though. You're way too broad for me.
It's a sport. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it was a sport.
No, you never said it was a sport.
I meant to say it was a sport. I meant to say it was a licensed sports game.
MLB's not on Unity.
Nope.
Is there a racing game on Unity?
I mean, there are several.
But like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it a like racing as in like the not NASCAR, but like that type of racing?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I'm not good at the names. So like NASCAR or the drag racing, like completely like a Need for Speed type.
Oh, so like a professional style racing.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, what is it?
It's a sport that's extremely popular in the US, but almost nowhere else.
NASCAR.
Yes.
It's Unity?
Yep. The NASCAR Heat games are on Unity.
The fuck? That's okay. I would have never guessed that. Like, why?
I have no idea.
It doesn't. That's weird. So I don't know if you know. So the old adage. So Unity and Unreal are your two kings if you don't own your own engine. It used to be it's if you're making a first-person shooter, you use Unreal. Otherwise, use Unity. But now they've kind of both gotten better at what they're bad at. So now it's almost interchangeable.
NASCAR Heat, at least 3, because that's the one I have, was developed by Monster Games and published by 704 Games.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And NASCAR Heat 4 is coming out pretty soon.
That's still interesting that it's Unity. Because that's felt like to me that would be like Unreal, just because a lot like Unreal has some good lighting tech, and a lot of those like try to do that kind of stuff.
I mean, a lot of the stuff looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not I would it look better on Unreal? Probably.
It depends what you're doing. Like some pieces, yes, and some pieces, no. That's kind of like it comes down to the nuance of what they're trying to show off.
Yeah.
like again, it's lighting and shaders. Like if you're doing like really cool, like Fortnite, everything you do in Fortnite, you know, when they build and stuff, it's all shader based. None of that's animations really.
Yeah.
So like that'd be like an Unreal is really good at example. Why are we loading NASCAR Heat?
Well, because I was on the Steam store page and they had a free paint scheme pack.
Okay.
So I went to download it and it downloaded and it immediately launched the game.
Oof.
Because welcome to Steam.
So AJ, I feel like as we jump into like more newsy and serious part of this, I think we have to talk about the elephant in the room, but we'll keep it brief and so it doesn't make it super sad, the theme of the podcast.
Let's talk about what?
About all the, we'll say, accusations of misdeeds that have been coming out the last 2 weeks in the industry.
Oh, and that led to a guy killing himself?
And it led to one of the, I think, designer or composer on Night in the Woods who was accused, and by all accounts of people who know it, very believed that he was did very shitty things. But the backlash.
He was an abusive person,
right? And the backlash led to him committing suicide.
Yeah,
which I think the nuance, which shocking, gets lost in online discussion. AJ, two things need to be said at once. He was a shitty person, but that doesn't mean that suicide was the right answer either, and probably just blindly giving him shit wasn't the right answer either on any side too.
Yeah, this whole situation kind of developed in like...
It's very quickly developed, too.
Yeah, it started like... Well, I think it started a couple weeks ago.
But like the big pieces like quickly went from like boom, 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 he killed himself. Yeah. I was like, whoa.
And then all of a sudden there's like 5 people that are being like fairly popular.
Yeah.
Or well-known is, I guess, the better term.
Like the Skyrim composer was accused. Like, you got these, like, very known people in the industry of being accused of being very shitty people.
Well, but no, for this Night in the Woods guy, like, there were, like, 5 people that were well-known that all of a sudden were putting stories out. And I'm like, okay, like, obviously, this is probably a cut-and-dry case. Like,
yeah, especially, like I have zero doubt based on that, and... I'm closer with like that part of the industry. In some circles he kind of hung in, and yeah, that sounds like shit happened.
But then all of a sudden I was like on my phone and opened up Reddit, and
yeah, when I
top story on front page was Night in the Woods composer, whatever his name was,
Alec or Alex something,
has passed away. Yeah. And, you know, this whole situation was developing so fast that I didn't realize he was the one they were talking about.
I realized it because they talked about it. Then it was, they separated relations with him. Both the Night in the Woods people did and Finji did, because Finji was their publisher. Then Train Jam released a general statement because I think he either helped on Train Jam or was on it a couple of times, saying they don't support any of that kind of stuff. And like within that happening, and then immediately like 2 hours later from getting that email, it was like he committed suicide. Everyone's like, "Oh, that was a turn."
Which, shameless plug, we've got an interview with Finji,
maybe,
or a Finji game.
It's coming up, hopefully.
Right.
It sounds like it. We gotta work out details.
That's in the process, I should say.
Yeah.
It's not recorded yet, but it's in the process.
But no, but in general, like it was this. Oh, okay, that was a chain that we did not see coming. And it's also, and I was gonna say it too. Part that makes it the most shitty from those he did this to is they don't get to see justice.
Yeah.
Like which I think we all agree to. Those who shitty things happen to deserve to see justice of those that did it.
So, okay. I actually had a conversation about I'm going to call it a similar situation with my mom over the weekend, because it was my brother's birthday over the weekend, and so we were up celebrating. And we were grabbing something from a grocery store, and obviously, as you're standing there in line, all the tabloids are there.
Oh, yeah.
And the National Enquirer was like, Epstein's suicide was a cover-up for a murder.
All the Epstein stories, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, obviously the victims wanted to see him brought to justice the right way.
And I think even as a society, there's some level we would rather that just to go through the whole thing.
Yeah. But this is also closure for them. Like, the idea that this terrible, terrible human being
just kind of got out without getting the public punishment.
Well, no, can never do this again.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that is now the reality, I'm sure for some of the victims, is a much sweeter reality than seeing him just rot away in a jail cell.
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying that's not true. I just think, and I think it's kind of like, at this point we are like, he's a good example of, even though he didn't go through the process, as a public community, we've all accepted he was guilty. But there was something to be, it's kind of like the closure of, would they rather see him die from him choosing to die, apparently, to like society making him die, versus watching him rot, and with both circumstances was he never gets to do it again.
Yeah. And also, the thing to think about is, if he had been convicted and went into jail, how long would he have survived?
Oh, so the morbid joke, but I think it's fitting in this circumstances. I've always said, what we should always do is, once you get past a certain tier of crimes, we have to tattoo their crime on their forehead when they go to jail.
Well, somebody that high profile,
yeah,
like,
because like you've heard the story
from everything that I've heard is that in prison
culture,
the only time that everyone gets together in support of this guy needs to go is when it's it's child related and sexual.
Oh, I've heard that too. I've heard it too. I've heard like if like a murder goes to prison, as long as it's like some level they define as justified, it's like they'll watch but nothing. Or if it's white collar crime, usually it's nothing. But yeah, I've heard whenever it's child related, I have heard like that's when all prisoners go, we understand this guy must get punished for what he did.
Yeah, and the guards are willing to let it happen because I can guarantee probably 70% or more of prison guards have a child, and a family.
And let's be honest, as a society, all of us just kind of go, something happened? Huh? How did that happen?
Yeah, everybody's willing to look the other way.
Which, yeah, you could say it's good or bad from that being the thing, but like it's very interesting that like as a bulk, society is very much willing to be like, who would have thought?
I mean, I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing, but
right, it is both. But I just think it's fascinating that like as a society, we've all kind of accepted that.
Yeah. And also, though, over this weekend, the Night in the Woods story wasn't the only one. There were actually two stories going on at once, and it was Randy Pitchford has been charged with contempt now.
Did that actually happen? 'Cause I don't think I saw that.
I saw Randy Pitchford is now charged with contempt.
Accused of contempt in court. You're right. That flew under my radar completely.
Well, that was the weird thing that had happened.
Hollywood Reporter reported on it even.
Yeah, as the Night in the Woods thing was developing, all of a sudden, like, stealth dropped this story of Randy Pitchford might be
in contempt of court. It still has to go through a process.
In contempt of court.
It looks like it has to go through a process. Like, to be fair, legally right now, I don't think he is, but it looks like there's a petition to make it.
And then he tweeted out, like, me and whoever on stage, like,
oh yeah, like
at the GameStop
Because it
Managers
was
Expo.
But it's funny, yeah, because that's all the Borderlands stuff's kind of just happening, so I didn't even notice because his Twitter feed was just normal. He's promoting Borderlands, like that's his thing right now. So like it totally just flew under the radar.
Which this could be really interesting because how quickly or how vehemently, if this comes to a, goes in front and becomes charges.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly does he try and deny it, and how vehemently does 2K and the rest of Gearbox try and defend him?
And that's going to be interesting, because my understanding from a technical point of view is, I think Randy Pritchard has controlling share in Gearbox, so like I think there's investors, but I think he has majority. And I think there's something weird in their contract, was my understanding, was that 2K has publishing rights, but Gearbox has to sign off if another team makes a game. Is my understanding of how that works.
Which could get really interesting.
Right.
If he gets charged and is found guilty in contempt. Who does the company go to?
There's probably, I don't know. There's some legal window of like, if CEO, then it goes to this person. Like there is stuff in the law about that. I just don't know it.
Well, you would hope there is, but apparently this company is run by somebody that leaves a flash drive with a squirter on it.
Which, yeah.
At medieval times.
which to me, let's be honest here, the best part of the story is that it's at medieval times part.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, does he frequent medieval times?
Which, an honest thing, okay? I thought there was the one medieval times where I was growing up. I didn't realize that was like a chain of things. I thought that was just a thing that just happened to be where I was.
Yeah, no. Medieval times is the chain Ren Fair.
Which I didn't realize there was a chain. Like I thought it was just, this is medieval times. End of story.
Nope.
That's what got me. I was like, when someone first time I heard that, I was like, there's another one?
Yep.
Have you been to medieval times?
I have not. I've driven past a couple of them, but I've never been to them.
It's not bad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's atrocious. Good food. Yeah. It was good food. You get the nice big leg. You drink and eat out of the giant medieval silverware as you watch people joust.
Yeah.
So it's not atrocious. Good place to get mead.
But just the idea that, like, he obviously had just come from work.
Right.
Why else would he have this?
He might just bring
flash drive on him.
Or he could just carry it with him.
Maybe, but that would be a really, like...
That'd be weirder.
Yeah. Like, I could see, okay, if it's attached to his keys, understandable.
Yeah.
But it sounded like it was just a loose flash drive.
Which, the ultimate question, right? Who the fuck stores his flash drives? This is 2019. We use external hard drives or in a web service.
Well, to quickly show somebody some porn, it's probably the easiest thing to do.
But see, I would argue, you get an external, get an SSD, you're good to go.
Well, but with an external, it's like, okay, hold on, I gotta pull this out of my bag. The flash drive, it's like, hey, look what I have.
Oh, that's true. Flash drives, they make as small as like mouse adapters now, if you get a good one.
Yeah, they're tiny. I have one that's sitting here right here that's a little bit bigger than my Bluetooth adapter, and it's an 8 gig.
Yeah, no, the small ones are absurd now, where they can.
I've seen 256 that are the same size as my 8 gig.
But those are expensive, boys. My issue is just flash memory is so unstable. So, old flash memory problems. But yeah, but I don't know if I told you, so I've been learning like Amazon Web Services stuff, like for backend stuff, AJ.
Okay.
Oh god. I just need a vent because somehow Amazon, the product seems okay, like the services they offer. I just don't understand why they have to rename everything to the weirdest titles humanly possible. Like why is it Route 53 and not here is our FTP client? like little stuff, Amazon. Can we just work on our naming convention to be we don't need to be unique everywhere. We know what it does.
Do you want to know probably the sad, unfortunate truth?
What?
It's probably so that they can trademark it and make money.
That is probably why. But it's when you're trying to learn it, and I'm like, when they explain the tech, I go, okay, you could have just said, explain to me what FTP is. I would have known that. You don't have to explain to me what. You're like, this is a travel service to go from one application to another. I'm like, yes, that's what that technology is. Also, I just gotta say, they're really good at making you spend money on that stuff.
Oh, I bet.
They're like, do you want memory that stays when you turn the server off, or do you want it not? You're like, why is that extra money? Yeah. So, AJ, I gotta ask. So, you said you didn't watch any of the AEW stuff this weekend, right?
Correct.
Okay, because I saw some of the highlights on and off. I just gotta say, I do find it very interesting. So we were talking about how, like, last we talked about this, like, AEW has, like, their A-list, it has some really A-list people that they're obviously trying to push for their opening PR move. So naturally, they may give Chris Jericho the title.
I mean, here's the problem.
Okay.
People are like, how could you give Chris Jericho the AEW title, the first title holder?
I don't
know why?
Why?
Think about this. Good Morning America.
Do they know the name Chris Jericho?
They know the name Chris Jericho.
I'm not.
Do they know the name Kenny Omega?
That's a 50-50. But, like, Kenny Omega at least is a somewhat name that some people recognize, but it's not Chris Jericho.
Right. Like, Chris Jericho's name has spread
Chris Jericho,
all over.
I think Chris Jericho it's not the same as, like, The Rock or John Cena, but I think he's the tier right below them. Of how the name is beyond wrestling.
In a weird way?
Yeah.
He might be more popular now than during the 90s.
Well, also, you could say what you want. Fozzy is decently big also, which probably helps.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about wrestling-wise.
Right, but I'm saying, but it's interesting, because I bet you him being, like, on stuff like Fozzy, like, I'm not saying they're the biggest band in the world, but they're decently big. And that probably helps, like, this whole, like, his image as a general thing.
And his podcast.
And on Sirius XM, he hosts a show every week or two.
So, yeah, I mean, he's got connections.
He is Chris Jericho.
Yep.
But I found it interesting. I'm not against it on paper either, just because, like, Chris Jericho, especially on their roster, is probably one of their best, like, wrestlers, too. Like, it's not, like, him holding the title isn't offensive.
Yeah, he's always a really good...
Like, if we gave Dean Ambrose the title, it would be offensive.
I'm sorry, you mean Jon Moxley?
My statement stands. But if we gave Dean Ambrose the title, it would be offensive.
You think it would be offensive?
Comparedly to giving to Chris Jericho. Like, if I said, so the argument is, like, who is quote-unquote title-worthy, that'd be offensive. Like, people are saying Chris Jericho. No. Chris Jericho's not, like, someone you give it to for the inaugural title and be like, why the fuck?
I mean, okay. Here's the problem.
Okay.
AEW is new.
Yes.
Like, less than a year old. They need as much
push
public interest as possible.
And Chris Jericho will give you that public interest.
Yes. If you hear, AEW crowned Jon Moxley.
Yeah, you'd be like...
their first champion. You'd be like, okay, who the hell is Jon Moxley?
You know what it would say? It would be, gives former WWE Superstar Shield member. It wouldn't even say his name. Like, that'd be the headline. It'd be like, gives Roman Reigns' old partner. Like, it'd be say shit like that.
So that, they have that portion of the business that they need to push.
Mm-hmm.
If we were going, like, purely off of who their characters are, Jon Moxley should have won that title.
Yeah, but...
Granted, he had health problems that led to him not being able to...
Also,
compete.
If they gave it to Kenny Omega also, it would feel so cheap.
Yeah.
Like it's like it'd be like when you give Triple H titles. You'd be like, and it just feels wrong.
Well, the thing at least with Triple H is like he had a career before he became
right. So at least he could at least in the storyline go back to I was a champ.
Yeah. And the only reason they give it to Trips is because he's just like, we need somebody to be the title holder.
Triple H is a good like temporary holder, which is what I think they should be doing with someone like Brock Lesnar, which they're not. Is like the crap, we don't need one for a month. Just give it to him.
Well, honestly, what WWE should do, if they want to throw a monkey wrench in everything,
okay,
is do what the UFC does.
Okay.
Have interim title holders.
Oh, split the title.
So, like, Brock may have the Universal title, but the interim Universal title holder is whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they have a match. And that match is for the undisputed Universal Championship.
See, I like the other idea they do, where sometimes they give two people the title, then you have to remerge them. And then,
well, that's the thing. You can, like, if somebody's going to go off for a while, like a Lesnar, like this is what the UFC does. Somebody goes off and doesn't want to fight. Okay, interim title holder. Here we go.
Right. And then when you both...
If they do that, then people will stop complaining about, oh, Brock Lesnar never shows up with the Universal title. Like,
right.
You guys have a Universal title holder. It's Samoa Joe or it's...
God, don't ever say it's Samoa Joe.
He's a very good wrestler.
I don't know about that. Okay, maybe he's a good wrestler. I just don't like his character.
Oh, his character's pretty crap, but like there are very few people in the WWE that like if you put them in a fight, you would be like, oh, clearly it's going to be this guy. Obviously, it's Lesnar because there's nobody.
Which is my problem. When you give, it's the John Cena syndrome of when you make someone Superman, it's a problem.
The thing of it is, Brock Lesnar isn't Superman. He's like the ultimate supervillain. People know you just can't beat Brock. The only way you beat Brock
is by cheating.
Is to find a way to just cheat and just wear him down and just. Because if it's a head-to-head fight, Lesnar's gonna win.
Which is I don't like, and I know it's everyone loves the underdog David and Goliath stories. I just find it gets old at a certain point because it's the same story every time. Okay, I'm smarter than him. I have to be tactile. Weaken. Okay, crap. Look, he now has a little crack. Now it's weakened some more. I'm about to go, but I have one more breath in me. Like that has to be that story. Because it's not.
Here's what they should do, right? Like they should book a Brock match where like I don't know who's a smaller guy.
Finn Balor would be a good one.
That's on. Yeah, okay, Finn Balor would be a good one. Like Finn Balor just comes at him and just like tries to just go. Like have that be the start of the match and like Finn's like getting up to him and like throwing kicks and drop kicks and body punches and all that, and then just Brock just KOs him. Just
so that is also true. There are some of the best like title matches are when you put Brock Lesnar against someone and the match lasts 10 seconds and you're just like, oh yeah. The issue is though, how do you get past that? It's great in the moment. It's not great in the long term.
Well, like, just the idea, right, of, like, Lesnar could easily knock anyone on the roster out.
Right. So, I have a good example of, I think...
Like, he would punch their face off.
So, I have a good example of how I think... so, like, do you remember when Asuka was unbeatable?
Yeah.
So, to me, that's why the WrestleMania match where Charlotte Flair beat her was so impactful. And at the same time, it ruined Asuka's character. Was because Asuka hadn't been the champ yet. So we all expected them to give Asuka the belt. And that match lasted 30 fucking minutes. And when Charlotte Flair won, everyone lost their fucking shit because no one had her winning. But the issue was that was Asuka's thing. So when she's beaten, what's the point of her character?
Yeah, and she didn't have enough to her at the time.
Right. Well, I think now they've gotten a little bit better.
You know, she's not 6'2", 300 pounds, but chiseled.
Right. She's
like Lesnar is. Where, like, Lesnar could drop a match because, like, he does something wrong, right? And, like, you know, a Finn Balor gets him and goes for a submission or something like that. Like, that's understandable. That can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But what could also happen is they get to the corner, Brock just takes 3 steps and right hooks Finn Balor into the next county.
Right.
Like, and I want to get back onto my point of, like, there's very few guys that you could tell could win a fight. It's him, it's Lesnar, it's Samoa Joe, because he's Lesnar fast, but not necessarily as strong.
So my issue is, though, that's Seth Rollins.
Here's the sad part.
Okay.
If you put Seth Rollins in a UFC ring, octagon, he would get destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what I'm saying is, like, if you put Samoa Joe in a UFC ring, he could hold his own.
But I just meant more from the sense of, like, if you of the type of character he is, like, the issue, like, Seth Rollins' character has always been a little bit smaller Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Like, that's his shtick.
Like, yeah. I could see, so Brock, Samoa Joe, like...
Kane, when he was there a lot.
Yeah. Kane was very athletic in his prime.
Yeah. Goldberg, obviously.
Yeah.
I know he was in the era of bigger guys, but they had him enough recently where he was around when it wasn't the era of big guys, so he stood out for sure.
Yeah. But you could also be like, okay, you know, he was a football player, yes, so he knows how to hit you hard.
Goldberg is the type of person that I wouldn't want to get... You're not walking out of a fight with Goldberg unless you're, like, an actual... like, a ring, maybe, but, like, in real life, you're not walking away from that fight.
Oh, like, if you want to go just on that...
Yeah.
like they're going to have to scoop you up in a bucket.
Yeah.
It's Lesnar, it's Goldberg, and it's probably...
The Rock.
Braun Strowman, and that's it.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Braun Strowman.
Like, there's probably only 3 guys on the roster right now that, like...
My favorite is when they built up Braun Strowman to the point where he could take up the entire roster and win. Like, that's my favorite. And they're like, here's how unbeatable he is. Put 30 guys on him. He just walked out.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman also grew on me because, like, I originally hated him, but his character got enough better. I was like, okay.
Well, the problem was they didn't even strap a rocket to him.
No.
They just went into the command console and TGM'd him and flew him up to the moon.
And they're like
just dragged his character, put him on the moon with no development.
Yeah. It's a good way of putting it.
So, like, that's the problem. Like, if he had character development, he would have been much better off.
And that's when they started giving to that him, be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
But yeah. AEW looks like it's becoming a good product. We already knew that. So
it'll be interesting to see come late September, early October.
When it's launched.
When they're 4 shows in and all of their ideas are gone.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
Yep. So my next note. So AJ, I remember. How much did you like the James Bond?
I like the Sean Connery Bonds as a campy, fun, like...
Have you seen the Craig Bonds?
Yes, I love the Craig Bowens.
Okay. So then you're a good person to vent this to. Because I don't understand people, and maybe you're on the side that I don't understand. So we have currently out the 4 Daniel Craig movies, right? Which is Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and Spectre.
Which, even though Quantum of Solace is a weak Daniel Craig Bond movie,
it's relatively a good Bond movie.
It's still in the upper third of Bond movies.
Okay, so this argument is not Quantum of Solace. I think everyone across the board agrees that's the weak boy.
Yes, it's the weakest of his.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which is really tough because Casino Royale is top 3.
This is my problem. Casino Royale, I think, is the best Bond. Like, I think Casino Royale to me is king.
Like best Bond in movie or best portrayal of Bond?
I think, like if I said put on a Bond movie, I'm putting on Casino Royale.
Yeah, it would be in my rotation.
Because to me, Casino Royale is interesting to me because it's such a different formula because it's such constrained on where you are and what's happening.
Yeah.
And like, think about it. He never actually really faces off with Mads Mikkelsen in the, say, traditional way. Like, this little stuff like that to me. Like, and he wasn't the actual villain. Like, this little stuff I go, I really like. And the betrayal, obviously, is like a fucking one. The thing with me, though, is what I don't understand is, I think Spectre is better than Skyfall because I don't understand the love of Skyfall.
To me, okay, here's the problem. I actually saw your tweet about this. Skyfall is one of the best Bond movies.
See, and I think I think Skyfall is a good action movie. Is my problem.
Yes,
that's my problem. That's my disconnect.
Emphasis on the movie. Like that's what I was trying to get. Emphasis on the movie.
More than the Bond, it is a good movie.
Yes. Spectre is very tough,
but it's very Bond.
If you are not a fan of James Bond,
right? Because Spectre is we don't care about the movie part, we care about the Bond part. Is a better way of comparatively Skyfall.
Spectre is okay. The story for this movie should really be the first movie you watch, or I guess the third.
It should be the third because there's definitely deep cuts in it.
Yeah,
like it being Spectre is a deep cut inherently.
Yes, that Spectre is a very good Bond movie.
And that's what.
Whereas Skyfall is a very good Bond movie.
Which I think to me part of it if I think of like villains are a good Bond piece, right? Which is a problem because the 3 things we just talked about are all A1 fucking actors are the villains. Includes Casino Royale. I think the
Casino Royale. Who's the
Mads Mikkelsen? You have the Skyfall is the guy is what's his face? No Country villain.
Javier Bardem.
Right, and then this is the guy from Inglourious Basterds. Why am I drawing? Christopher Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
Yep. Like all these are a fucking one. I think to me.
Hello, James.
Yeah, like that. That's a perfect example of when he looks at James fucking. So a good example is when Christopher Waltz looks at James fucking Bond in the boardroom and goes, "James, how you doing?" And like in the middle of fucking everyone. Or I think the thing when he's in the like chair and the fucking drill is going through his head is the most like stressful thing to fucking watch that any villain does.
Yes.
Like that is so fucking stressful.
Also, Spectre has one of the best openings of a Bond movie.
Yeah, the Mexico City opening.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
When he just hops into the parade and throws on that skull mask and
that's great, and it's also like the fucking like helicopter where he barely misses everyone and just goes up and it cuts to the song.
Yeah.
I was thinking
also,
of you watching
I totally want that guy's jacket of it was all the bones.
Oh yeah.
I totally want that jacket to just wear around.
And like the idea of it being in Bond's past, I feel like resonates with the viewer more than it being in M's past, which is what Skyfall does.
Yeah.
I also
Skyfall makes you look at who is M.
Right.
When it comes down to it, who is M?
Where I like on Spectre asks 2 questions. who is Bond and does Bond have a place in the modern world? Which is why I think that second question is so poignant in this society. The idea of it being a UN-style Patriot, basically, but on a global level is what it was. Like little stuff to me is why I feel. That's why I feel like I also like relatively enjoy it a lot more. That stuff. I also feel like I know like part of Spectre is you're feeling the repercussions of Skyfall, but beyond like the repercussions of you switching out M and you're just in a new base of operations, I feel like those are basically the only repercussions you're actually feeling.
Yeah.
Like you're not feeling them in the way you think you'd be feeling them, considering how much shit hit the fan in Skyfall.
Yeah.
But
like when it comes down to it, like Skyfall totally throws the kind of idea of the Daniel Craig Bond out the window.
Right, and that's where this like relies off Daniel Craig so much. Like the argument is that the Double program, like the argument, just the idea of it being like, well, the Double program's gone, we have to leave Bond in his own, and then you just let Bond shine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just my thoughts. But in general, we all agree Quantum of Solace is the weak Daniel Craig Bond.
That's not to say it's a weak Bond movie. It is,
but it is for sure the weakest of the Daniel Craigs.
Yes,
and I it's funny because that one is totally not a question of is it the weakest. Well, you have some weird people who think Spectre is, which I don't understand.
There are quite a few
bad Bonds.
Bad Bond movies.
What is there? 24 Bond? Because it's Bond 25, right? That's coming.
Yeah, 25 will be coming up.
So yeah. So of 24 Bond movies, what is there? Probably 10 bad?
At least.
I think there's 10.
If we're being honest, most of the Bonds that have had 2 Bond movies
are not great.
Have had 1 bad one and 1 okay one.
Yeah, which is funny because it's Daniel Craig and Sean Connery probably have the best statistical averages of Bond.
No.
No?
It's not even close.
Does Daniel Craig have the best average?
Daniel Craig has a 75% success rate.
Okay. What does Connery have? 8 Bonds under his belt?
No, he has 4.
It's no way. It's not only 4.
Yeah.
Because he fucking had it for.
It was either 3 or 4. Because he wasn't the first one.
Who was the first one?
It was.
I'm totally popping this up too. So, because I swear to God, portrayal of James Bond. Sean Connery is the first one.
Oh, I thought there was somebody before him.
No,
because Dr. No is the first one.
David Niven pops in the middle, and so does George Les. There's a couple Bonds that pop in the middle because Sean Connery reappears in 1983.
I want.
Never Say Never Again, you're forgetting, he reappears in. Because he had stopped being Bond. So he is Dr. No in 62, From Russia with Love 63, Goldfinger, Thunderball, then you pop to David Niven with the original Casino Royale, which came out basically the same time as You Only Live Twice for Connery. Pop, and then you go to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is John Lazenby, back to Sean Connery in 71 with Diamonds Are Forever. Then you go to the Roger Moore years, and then Never Say Never Again with Sean Connery reappears. And then you have the Timothy Dalton.
He has.
Then Pierce Brosnan, and then Craig.
He has, I'm going to say 3 good Bond movies.
Of the 7?
Of the 7.
Okay, so Roger Moore also has 7. That's what it is. So Roger Moore has Bond less physical time, but the same amount of movies.
What are you on?
The Wikipedia page of portrayal of Bonds. Because it does a nice chart for each of them. And it gives you a nice timeline for all of them. So Daniel Craig will be the Bond with the third most films because he has officially passed Pierce Brosnan with his fifth film.
Daniel Craig.
No Time to Die comes out in April of 2020. Do we know who's the singer for it?
No, they usually don't announce that until it's almost out.
I know so Rami Malek is the villain, which is very interesting.
So this will be his fifth Bond movie.
And there's 2 people with 7, so... Because he officially passes Pierce Brosnan.
I don't think Connery was in as many as you think.
I'm looking at the list.
It's portrayal of Bond, right?
Portrayal of James Bond in film is the Wikipedia name, so just Google it up. It's Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, Diamonds Forever, Never Say Never Again.
Looking for the... Where's the chart? They normally have the chart.
Are you on the right one? Do you want me to just send you this link?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
No, it's like an Excel spreadsheet. I thought it was going to be like the, sometimes when with bands they have the
nice
chart.
Yeah, no, it's one of those like per character you see a little.
So Never Say Never Again isn't considered a true Bond movie.
I know, that's what I saw. It's non-Eon. I know there's a weird fucker at that one, but it is Bond though. He's portraying Bond.
And Casino Royale is also not a true Bond movie. The first one.
Yeah, I know. Because they're both, aren't they the only 2 non-neon?
I think there's a total of 3 of them, I thought. Maybe not.
Also, Timothy Dalton as Bond. I don't know how I've always felt of that one.
Brosnan was not a good Bond.
Yeah. Because it's... Yeah.
Like, I guess here's the problem, right? Like, if we're being honest to ourselves, James Bond isn't a, like, big guy.
And this is my problem. What do you mean big? You mean physically or?
Yeah.
So this is my problem, like, looking back at Sean Connery. It's because we've changed it so much, and Sean Connery is such a more towering figure.
I mean, he was tall, but he's not like you look at Lazenby, Moore.
Yeah, Moore is a good example of like that does not feel
Brosnan.
Like. Yeah.
Like their faces are a block.
Yeah.
Like that's not who James Bond is. James Bond is like this little peppy Brit. Like
so, Timothy Dalton actually probably has a better of the stereotype in that way.
Yes.
I don't think he's a great Bond either. I just think he's a better stereotype.
Yeah.
I legitimately think it's your best Bond argument is Daniel Craig, Roger Moore, and Sean Connery are your top 3 Bonds.
Daniel Craig, who, and Connery?
Moore.
I'll give you that. Like, that gives you 2 of who should be Bond and 1 just like...
But it's... He at least...
I hate to call him a meathead, but...
But he also has, like... I'm not saying... We agree there are bad Bond movies in there, but it's not like... He has some good Bond movies in his mix. Just because there's so many movies probably helps.
Live and Let Die is pretty good. Moonraker's pretty good. Octopussy's okay.
That's what I mean, so...
He's got 7, and he's got, I'd say, 1, 2, 3 good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Craig has 4 and has 3 good ones.
And hopefully we'll have a 4th good one.
And if we're being honest, Quantum of Solace is better than all but 1 of Brosnan's.
Yeah.
Like GoldenEye is really the only good one.
It's also interesting to me that right now between Spectre and No Time to Die is the second biggest leap ever without a Bond.
5 years.
And License to Kill and GoldenEye is 6. Others we've had a Bond quicker than that.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's 6. Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Like Die Another Day to Casino Royale is 4 years, but like the point is, like, it's very interesting that, like, if you look at the list of when Bonds came out, Daniel Craig's are the most spread apart, which I wonder if that helps with quality.
Well, it's also the thing of what you're forgetting is these guys, when they became Bond, that then basically started their career.
Where Daniel Craig had a career.
Yeah, Daniel Craig had a career.
Mm-hmm. We all know Daniel Craig has a career. We have all seen Cowboys and Aliens.
That was a rough movie.
I was hoping you'd be like, yeah. It stars Harrison Ford, Daniel Craig, Olivia Wilde, and Sam Rockwell. Fucking appreciate that one for a second. It's directed by Jon Favreau, which I didn't realize till right this fucking moment. He directed this the same time he directed Iron Man. No, this is after Iron Man. He went from Iron Man to Cowboys and Aliens?
That's rough.
How the fuck do you go from Iron Man to Cowboys and Aliens?
To be fair, Cowboys and Aliens was after at least one of the Bonds.
I know, but it's still funny that, like, that's Daniel. When you look at Daniel Craig's list of films, it's like,
because
the first was 2005, I think.
2008 was the premiere, so he had 2 Bonds under his belt before
Cowboy and Aliens.
Cowboys and Aliens. We also have to remember is Daniel Craig was 38 when he became Bond.
Woo! Because that's the whole point of Casino Royale is, like, he gets promoted in the opening of Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Which, that's probably part of it, too.
I'll give you this quote. Craig has described his portrayal of Bond as an anti-hero.
Which is pretty accurate, I think.
That is what Bond should be.
But like, it's very true if you listen to, like, the way, like, even during the movies where he goes, I'm gonna do what I fucking need to do, deal with it.
Yeah.
Or he'll have collateral damage and just be like, it's part of the job.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, in general, Casino Royale, best Bond. Also, Casino Royale, Evergreen is best Bond girl. She was 20. It's weird now because she was 25 when she did that role.
I personally would take Lea Seydoux from Spectre. Right, she was the one in Spectre, right?
Yeah, she's the blonde, the daughter. So you mean? Spectre, you have the 2 Bond girls. Because you have the one in the beginning, which is a count, and then you have the widow.
Well, you have
the widow, and then you have the daughter.
Monica Bellucci.
Yeah, which I assume you mean the daughter.
Yeah, the younger one.
But it's Evergreen is very interesting because it's a Bond girl that became a villain.
Yeah,
that's what makes it very interesting.
That happens a lot.
Okay, yeah, but I feel like the way it felt believable. It didn't feel like cheesy because, like, she was kind of shown as a badass the entire time.
Yeah,
that's where I think where it's a little makes more sense. But that's just me. But yeah, so that is all of that nonsense. Do you have any other random stuff that you've seen or played the last couple weeks?
I don't think we covered that I had played NASCAR Heat 3.
I'm sorry, what was that? You cut out.
The NASCAR game?
No.
I don't think we talked about that during the movie club.
No.
It's eh.
Eh?
is a perfectly suitable NASCAR game.
Are there amazing NASCAR games?
NASCAR 05.
Interesting.
It's still modded to this day. Like every year there's a new roster update. They mod in the cars, liveries. Yeah.
So, I assume you just go around the track and upgrade cars is what it is?
Yeah, so there's like the career you start out and depending on how well you do, you get offers to drive for your first season, your intro season. You're just taking whatever drive comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always in the dirt series that they have. So they kind of have this cool idea of like, okay, you're going to work your way up through the ranks. Because like you couldn't go straight from the dirt series to Sprint Cup or Monster Cup, whatever they call it now. And so like you had to, like, depending on how well you did, there were bonuses and you gained fans and like, you needed money. If you wanted to start your own team, you were going to need a lot of money. Or if you were good enough, you could, drive for a team that takes care of all your cars. So you never have to worry about it. But if you want your own team, you can do that as well.
Interesting.
So the first thing I did was drive my first race, saw how little money I got, opened up Cheat Engine, gave myself $100 million, and I've been set ever since.
I'd believe that one.
I've run my own team the entire time. I started my own truck team. I started my own Xfinity team. I started my own monster team.
That's interesting.
And so now I'm driving in the big leagues.
The big leagues?
So this is my 4th season. But I also drive in Xfinity.
Okay.
Because you can choose what series you want to participate in. So I did my own team in the big leagues, and I drive for Junior Motorsports in Xfinity.
You and your NASCAR.
I'm not a huge fan. Like, NASCAR's interesting to me. It's not necessarily like I don't tune into every race. Like, I am much more likely to tune into an F1 race than I am a NASCAR race.
Because F1 is but F1, I feel like, because NASCAR could go like 5 fucking hours.
Yes.
That's the problem with the NASCAR.
The Daytona 500 has gone 4 hours many a year.
Because I'm growing up, my dad would watch NASCAR pretty regularly, and I'd be like, in my head, I'd be like, the issue, because it's not like, so like football, you have or any sport, you have a much better, like, here is your timer, here's your end goal. NASCAR, you're just like, what lap they on? 50 out of 500. Oh crap, one of them got injured. Because we back like 20 laps. Like that kind of stuff gets weird.
Yeah. Most NASCAR races are about 3 hours.
But it's still this kind of like weird concept of like, you could also be down 30 laps. Like it's all of that just starts getting...
Yeah. F1 has a time limit, so...
Which I almost feel like, to me, having a time limit at least gives you it, like, mentally, you go, okay, I'm at this point, it will be done.
Well, the reason they have the time limit is because there's a very infamous race. It was the 2011, I believe, either the 2010 or 2011 Canadian Grand Prix, and it had 2 rain delays.
Oh no.
Like, F1 cars can run in the rain, but it was raining so hard that they had to stop the race. And like NASCAR, they cannot run in the wet unless they're on a road course. Just because of the physics of driving on an oval in the wet doesn't work.
Wasn't there like a golf tournament like a week or two ago where people got like those lightnings and like someone got struck?
Somebody got struck at a golf course. I don't know if it was during a tournament.
I thought it was like a couple weeks ago. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
But they just didn't listen. They're like, we're good.
Yeah, NASCAR is very much you're in it for you're not in it for the long haul. Like most people that watch at home are like getting up, having food,
having this third meal, taking a nap, still going by the way, getting ready for bed. Oh, good, race is over. Time for bed.
The tough ones are when they do night races.
Oh God,
because they don't start until like 8 o'clock.
The people on the East Coast are like, finally, something at normal time.
No, they aren't.
No, West Coast, I meant.
Like, shit, this is like, yeah.
I meant West Coast. They're like, oh, good.
Like, God, this is a late race. Like, the last race of the season is in Miami, and it starts at like 7:30.
Yaba.
So it's not over until usually 11. And then they got to hand out the championship trophy, so that lasts until... Shit, you can be watching that race until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, but you don't need to watch them hand out the trophy.
No, but it is kind of cool. Like, a couple of years ago when Martin Truex Jr. won, I watched all of that because it was cool to watch him. Because when I was a kid, my dad used to work for a company that worked at the MIS race, the NASCAR race at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to what was at the time the Nationwide Series, I believe. It's now the Xfinity Series.
Nationwide is on your side.
Luckily, we went to the race before that was
a thing.
Never a thing. And Martin Truex Jr. was a driver and was doing fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
And I always liked his car in Xfinity because it was the Jack Daniels number 07. And my dad's nickname is JD for Jack Daniels. And so that was like kid association. Like, okay, this is a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he had a super long name, and I thought it was cool. And so then he, came up to NASCAR and was okay. Like, he wasn't doing great, but he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he finally won. The whole story of the season that he won his championship was also super emotional because, like, it was the last year for the team he was driving for. The owner had cancer. Like, he had somebody in his family pass away. There was a bunch of stuff that was like he had to overcome in order to get to the point that he did, and he won the title. And it was cool. But yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of F1 though, they're back going. So we're recording this, like I said,
on Labor Day.
On Labor Day.
We're not unionized here. Oh no, we are unionized. Remember? We're local Union 69, but yet we still work on Labor Day.
Whatever you say.
I tried to get Dan to join. He would not join, so right now it's just me.
Yep. It's just you.
I tried to get Dan. Dan refused.
On a sad note, though, there was a Formula 2 driver that lost his life at the race.
Oh.
It was a horrendous accident. I suggest everyone at least watch it once.
Mm-hmm.
But go into it knowing the guy died. So
you're ready.
Yeah, get ready, because it's a hell of a crash. But yeah, so it was cool to see all of motorsports do a tribute. IndyCar did a moment of silence. The World Endurance Championship did a moment of silence. F1 did a moment of silence. Like, It's pretty cool to see.
Because
the guy was only 22.
Oh, wow. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, these are at least the kind of sports you could be older just because of the nature of what you're doing.
F1, you're generally not older.
Okay, but like NASCAR, I thought you could be.
Yeah, there's plenty of NASCAR drivers that drive into their 40s and 50s.
Because it's not the same. It still takes skill. It's not the not skill thing, but it takes a different type of physical skill.
Yeah. Like NASCAR is easier to do as you get older because it's less
straining.
Like, yeah, the body, while it still experiences a lot of strain,
it's probably more evenly distributed.
It's less on the neck and that, and also you don't need the like snap reactions that you do.
Right, you actually might get some better reactions because you'll be smarter on when to do stuff.
Yeah. F1, it's very odd to see a guy drive into his 40s. I think it's only happened a couple times. Kimi Räikkönen's 39, so he might drive when he's 40. But who knows?
Nice. Okay.
Also, to wrap this up, did you see the story about Bang Bros?
No.
They apparently acquired Porn WikiLeaks, which was a doxing site that had over 15,000 porn stars' personal info.
I was gonna say, is that the one that like kept leaking all the nudes too?
They're porn stars. If you want to see them naked, it's not that.
Okay, so there's another site that I thought was something similar that like had all the leaked nudes.
No.
Okay.
So they got all the hard drives, I guess, that the company gave them, and proceeded to burn them.
Huh.
And it's the only safe for work video Bang Bros has ever produced.
God. Okay.
It is on YouTube.
Wow. Safe for work. Okay, AJ, now that we've gotten to the fun news, I think it's time for us to pick our movie clubs for this month. I think we both know what the new movie is going to be, don't we? AJ?
Hold on, let me pull up IMDb.
Are we gonna...
This is for October.
I know this for September.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think I know what you're going to say for the new movie. It's about a man who has one last vendetta before he dies.
Rambo Last Blood?
Yeah, I assume you want to see Rambo.
So I'm really curious, when does Joker come out?
I thought that was October.
Because, like, all of the reviews are out.
The reviews have been shockingly good. Oh, it's because it's in the Venice Film Festival.
October 4th.
It's in the film festival, that's why.
Okay.
Why is that film in a film festival? That's my...
Kill Bill was in a film festival.
Okay, but that's Tarantino. Like, I don't know. The idea of it being a DC movie. The budget's only 55?
Because it's not a true DC movie.
What is the indie film cutoff? 50?
50, yeah.
So it's almost... Joker was $5 million above an indie film?
Yep.
You guys, that's shocking.
Also, that looks like it could be scarier than it.
It looks... Apparently people are fucking loving it.
I'm sure people are loving it, but, like, that idea...
Yeah.
Of, like, this just... Nothing happened to him. Like,
he just lost it.
He just... Yeah, something snapped, and he just went.
So, since we're seeing Rambo this month, I had an idea, because it felt fitting. To me, I think we should, since we're going to watch a Stallone movie, I think we should watch Terminator or Terminator 2, since it'll be a Schwarzenegger movie, since we're home with the big action stars.
Well, do we want to blow our Terminator load because the new Terminator's coming out?
Hear me out, though. We blow it on 1 now, and then we blow it on 2 when the other Terminator comes out, because it's a sequel to 2.
Right, I forgot. They're, like...
Yeah, it's a sequel to 2 is what the movie is.
They're pulling a weird, like...
They're retconning half the world, but not the good part of the world. Which, to be fair, they're at least keeping the good Terminators. T1 and T2 are the good Terminators. The rest of them kind of suck. Am I wrong?
I was gonna suggest First Blood.
Just to like, you want to see the difference? Rambo.
Well, if you want to see the difference, why don't we watch the 2008 Rambo?
But we want to see a good movie, I thought. Rambo First Blood is a 1982 starring Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo. God, I forget how buff Stallone was.
How juiced he was.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it then. We're gonna do Rambo First Blood. Oh, that's kind of fitting. Okay. So that came out in 19...
Yeah, First Blood and Last Blood.
It's only 90 minutes? God.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was like 2.5 hours.
I'm looking, unless the Wikipedia wrong, so I'm looking at the runtime. It said 93 minutes.
Hold on, I'm on IMDb.
Yeah, find it somewhere else, because it must be wrong.
First Blood Part 2 is an hour 36.
So
First Blood is an hour 33.
Holy shit! Okay. So yeah, General No Trevor and Rambo Last Blood comes out on the 20th. So just so everyone knows when they're watching it, it'll be that next week. Then the movie club will come out for it. But yeah, we're gonna watch a short. Now here's the thing. Then I assume Last Blood cannot be 90 minutes. Can you imagine? Most people go pay.
It's an hour 40.
That's still short. Like considering like movies,
especially when you figure now.
Yeah.
The credits are 10 minutes, so that's 90 minutes.
Right, because especially now, like if you told me, even if it's like a short movie, I still picture it being almost 2 hours. I feel like is the closer to average length.
What movie am I thinking that's like 3 hours that has Stallone in it?
Expendables?
No.
Is he in Red?
It was like...
Is he in Red? No, he's not.
No, Red's actually pretty good.
I like Red. Red 2 is bad. Red 1 is good.
Red 1 is like this very good surprise.
Red 1, yeah, no one thought it was good. And then you see the cast, you're like, okay, maybe he has a chance. And then, like, I always love the scene in Red 1 where they're on the stove and he puts the bullets on the stove.
Yeah. They do something similar in the A-Team remake.
That was, I'm not going to say good. It's entertaining. I could go with A-Team versus Expendables. Like the remake. Like the remake of A-Team versus Expendables.
What would I rather watch?
Yeah.
A-Team.
Okay. Now, got the other one. Creed versus Rambo. I think the answer is Creed.
Which Rambo?
I'll make you a deal. So I'm putting Creed and Rocky in one pile, Rambo in the other one. You pick the best of each. Which franchise would you pull from? I think I'd pull from Creed or Rocky.
Yeah.
I think Creed 1 is my favorite Rocky film. Which I know is sacrilege.
Rocky... Oh, what's the good one? Rocky 1's pretty good.
Okay.
That 2006 Rocky Balboa was actually... pretty good.
Okay, I have another good one for you. Just let me get this right, okay? Here's Stallone's best fucking films of all time. Ready? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus Spy Kids 3D.
Who was he in Guardians 2?
He's one of the guys. In Guardians 2, he's like the actual leader of like the gang that moved Yondu, kicked Yondu out.
Oh yeah.
Starhawk's his name. And then in Spy Kids...
No, isn't it Stalker? And
then in Spy Kids, isn't he the villain in Spy Kids 3?
Spy Kids 3D Game Over?
Yeah, he's the villain.
It says Toy Maker.
Yeah, the Toy Maker is the villain. Do you not own it? I own it on DVD. I could bring it with for the trip. We could watch it.
No, dear God, please don't.
You're just gonna be like, I pull like a DVD and inside it has the two 3D glasses. You know what, the blue and the red little. Because it was 3D.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so that's why it's called Spy Kids 3D. They were very direct on the title. I'm gonna say it. Spy Kids 1 and 2 are okay films.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they're great films, but I'm not gonna sit here and say they're actually atrocious films.
They're not.
Because we also had an A-list director direct them.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. So that would be what it would be for this month for a movie club. Remember, like we talked about, me and AJ will be at GDEX in October during Columbus Day weekend. It's thegdex.com for more information. Remember, you could follow me on Twitter at Mikey_Maroney. You can follow the show at the SWW Show. Remember, SWWshow.com for any of your information. Leave us nice ratings and reviews on podcast services of your choice. Please, it helps us. It helps people find us. It helps us find each other and love in this beautiful world. Remember, we're actually working on it, so sooner or later I'll link out to a new YouTube channel where you'll find nice, not video forms of our podcast, but on YouTube, and when we do shenanigans, it'll probably go up there. Oh crap, AJ, I forgot to link out your Twitter handle, didn't I? So people of the earth, we have established now, AJ does not live in Grand Rapids. He's lied to us all. So I have come up with a list of cities that I believe that AJ actually lives in that we're going to pull from AJ's Twitter handle. AJ?
This ought to be good.
So I'm going to list to you the best city names in the country that we're going to have to just say that actually that. Yeah. So the funniest town names. So AJ, I believe you could live in. There is Screamer. We could say you live in. These are real towns, by the way. There is Unalaska. There is WHY, Smackover. Can you say
it's Unalaska. It's not Unalaska.
Can we say you live in Rough and Ready? I like. There's Two Egg, Florida. You could choose from. Volcano, Hawaii. Sandwich, Illinois. I've actually been there. Have you been? Oh, I know. Actually, AJ, you officially are going to be at Metropolis because there is a Metropolis, Illinois.
Okay.
So AJ now officially lives in Metropolis. So now we could say at that Chicagoan. Perfect. Fine.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Fine, you're right. It's at Detroit Boy. Thank you. Anything else to the people, AJ?
Nope.
Okay. Stay feisty, everyone. This podcast was a product of the SWW Show. You can find more at the SWWshow.com or Facebook.com/the SWW Store or Twitter.com/SWW. You can find out more about Mike at Mikey_Maroney on Twitter and more about AJ at LoCBor on Twitter. Remember, new episodes come out twice a month, one focusing on the new entertainment news and one focusing on movie club, so new and an old movie. You can find out more again at the SWWshow.com. You can find the show on podcast services around the globe.